The life, achievements, and quotes of James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States. 1. Birth, childhood, and early life. James Monroe, the 5th President of the United States, was born on April 28, 1758, in Westmoreland County, Virginia, to a wealthy farming family. His father, Spence Monroe, was a farmer and carpenter who occasionally served as a judge, while his mother, Elizabeth Jones Monroe, was a homemaker. Monroe displayed a keen intellect from a young age and developed a strong interest in politics and law. At the age of 14, Monroe suffered a devastating loss when his mother passed away. 2 years later, his father also died, leaving Monroe and his 3 siblings orphaned. They were taken in by their uncle, Joseph Jones, a prominent Virginia statesman and close friend of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and Patrick Henry. With Jones's support, Monroe enrolled at the College of William and Mary to study law. Monroe excelled in his studies at William and Mary, demonstrating a mastery of not only law, but also history, politics, and philosophy. He actively participated in student organizations, eventually serving as president of the student body. 2. Revolutionary War service. In 1776, the American Revolutionary War broke out, and Monroe, filled with patriotic fervor, left college to join the Continental Army. He was initially commissioned as a lieutenant in the 3rd Virginia Regiment, and later rose to the rank of captain. Monroe fought in numerous pivotal battles, including the Battle of Harlem Heights, the Battle of White Plains, the Battle of Trenton, the Battle of Brandywine, and the Battle of Germantown. During the Battle of Trenton, Monroe sustained a severe wound to his shoulder, nearly costing him his life. The bullet remained lodged in his shoulder for the rest of his life. Despite his injury, Monroe's bravery and resilience earned the admiration of George Washington and other military leaders. In 1777, Monroe was appointed as an aide-de-camp to General William Alexander, also known as Lord Stirling, and promoted to the rank of colonel. He served alongside Alexander in various campaigns, making significant contributions to the American cause for independence. 3. Presidency, 1817-1825, and accomplishments. In 1817, James Monroe was elected as the 5th President of the United States. He proved to be a strong and assertive leader, consolidating executive power and establishing a hierarchical structure within the administration. Monroe asserted the president's authority over administrative officials, controlled communication between the executive branch and Congress, and exercised his power to appoint and remove officials. He also emphasized the president's direct control over military affairs. Monroe's signing of the first executive order significantly strengthened the president's authority, setting a precedent that would become a powerful tool for presidents in the 20th century to check the power of Congress. During Monroe's presidency, several significant events unfolded, including the Seminole Wars, the Panic of 1819, the Adams-Onis Treaty, the Missouri Compromise, and the Monroe Doctrine. The Monroe Doctrine, a cornerstone of American foreign policy, declared that the United States would oppose any further colonization or intervention by European powers in the Americas, asserting the Western Hemisphere as America's sphere of influence. This doctrine marked a shift towards an isolationist foreign policy for the United States. 4. Retirement and later life. After completing his second term in 1825, Monroe returned to his plantation, Oak Hill, in Virginia, to enjoy his retirement. However, due to inadequate presidential salaries, Monroe faced severe financial difficulties. He was forced to sell portions of his land to settle debts. In 1830, his wife, Elizabeth Courtwright Monroe, passed away, leaving Monroe devastated. On July 4, 1831, Monroe himself died at the age of 73 due to heart failure while staying with his daughter in New York City. He became the 3rd former president to die on Independence Day. The legacy and commemoration. Monroe's legacy is honored in various ways. The capital city of Liberia, Monrovia, is named after him. The Monroe House in Fredericksburg, Virginia, where he practiced law, serves as a museum dedicated to his life and career. Numerous counties across 17 states in the United States bear his name, including Monroe County in Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. A stretch of U.S. Route 15 from Leesburg to Point of Rocks, Maryland, is designated as the James Monroe Highway, passing near his former estate. The United States Navy also commissioned a nuclear submarine, USS James Monroe, SSBN 622, which served from 1963 to 1990. Additionally, the tallest building in Richmond, Virginia, is named the James Monroe Building. 6. Notable quotations. James Monroe is remembered for his insightful and eloquent words, many of which continue to resonate today. Here are 20 of his most famous quotes. 1. The highest glory of the American Revolution was this: it connected in one indissoluble bond the principles of civil government with the principles of Christianity. 2. The government of the United States is one of delegated powers. It has no powers beyond those granted to it by the Constitution. 3. The people are the masters of their government. The government is their servant. 4. The essence of a free government consists in an effectual control of the majority over the minority. 5. Liberty is the gift of God to man. No man has a right to take it away from him. 6. Education is the basis of freedom and the safeguard of democracy. 7. Religious freedom is the most precious of human rights. 8. Freedom of speech is the cornerstone of a democratic society. 9. Freedom of the press is essential to a free government. 10. The right of assembly is a fundamental right of the people. 11. Peace is the most precious gift of heaven. 12. War is the most savage and destructive of human undertakings. 13. Diplomacy is the only way to resolve international disputes peacefully. 14. The United States will never interfere in the affairs of Europe. 15. European powers are forbidden from colonizing or intervening in the Americas. 16. The United States is the leader of the Americas. 17. The United States is a beacon of freedom and democracy for the world. 18. The United States is a land of hope and opportunity. 19. The United States is a great nation. 20. The United States is a beautiful nation.